time in over a decade. Great game tonight. We'll get you highlights and the buzzer beater coming up.
Look at the Showdown Ski Report.
The MRI Center, bringing you the highest level of symphony technology.
Get ready. Here comes Jason.
It's been a good year to be a Bison so far this school year when it comes to the matchups with CMR. Great Falls High taking the football game and the first boys basketball contest, and tonight in the first crosstown girls matchup, the only word needed was wow. Former Lady Bison and Montana Western star Megan Schmidt's now an assistant for Russell, and of course CMR principal Dick Kloppel, state champion coach at Great Falls High in the 80s. Only 3 field goals in the first quarter. Becca Frank the first. 4 minutes in, but Great Falls High led 9-5 after 1. In the second, CMR used a 12-4 run to go up by 5, but Brittany comes steal and layup brought the Bison back to tie it at 20. But with 18 seconds in the half, Jolyn Sweeney, a triple, gave CMR a 28-23 advantage at recess. In the third, Russell fed the big lady, Mary Anderson, team high 20 for Anderson, and with 2.6 seconds left in the third quarter, Megan Yerrick off the inbound, hitting the shot at the buzzer. It was 48-41 CMR after 3. But back came the Bison in the fourth. Keisha Ford's layup with 3:25 to play made it a whole new game. Their first lead since 12-10. Ford led all scorers with 21.
Puts up the 2 shot out there. It's good! It's good! Great Falls High will go up by 2. Issues in. Rustlers will
that was Megan Stubbs to give them the lead, and Megan Yerrick's shot at the buzzer was no good. CMR's last chance hit the backboard, and the 5th-ranked Rustlers come up short. Their 3rd straight loss to Great Falls High's 3rd straight win, 62-59 the final, and Megan Stubbs, the heroine, it was 62-59. Great Falls High, the girls, getting the win, and Megan Stubbs, the heroine, with the biggest shot of her career.
There's nothing else we could have done better that game, I think. We just stuck it through. I mean, we were down I don't know how many times, and every time we just fought back.
I saw some definite improvements tonight, but we definitely got to get better. And we had some chances to put them away tonight, and we didn't take advantage of it. But give all the credit to Great Falls High. They hung in there, and they made the baskets in the end.
More action. Capital High School taking on Class A Anaconda, the 2nd-ranked Lady Beavers. Bruins down 7 in the second half. Ashley Ames cutting the lead to 5. Future Grizz Allie Hurley had a great game tonight for the Copperheads, leading the way with 17. Ames kept going for Capital, scoring 23, but Anaconda wins tonight by 15. The boys contest in Anaconda, all Bruins, 63-28. Matt Ness led with 17, and the girls game, Helena High and Dillon, 45-44. Dillon with the win. As for the boys game, the Bengals Grant Fink and Class A's top-ranked Dillon Beavers. And, of course, Fink having 5 inches of height on the competition helps him a little bit more, scoring there. Later on, Fink again kissing it off the glass. He led the way with 18 points. Helena High ended the game with a 24-6 run to snap the Beavers' 32-game win streak to win by 12. Some Class B action in Shelby. The top-ranked Coyotes hosting Shoto. It was all Coyotes. They lit it up early and often, sunk 5 3-pointers in the first quarter alone. Solid play continued throughout. Jake Robeson finished with 17. Shelby up 36 at the break. Later on, check out the one-handed bounce pass from Trey Wanty to Corbin Christians. Then, a great ball movement. The lay-in for Wanty, he also had 17 points, and the top-ranked Coyotes Crews double up the Bulldogs 90-45. And after cracking the top 25 before the Frontier Conference season began, the Carroll College Fightin' Saints went 1-1. Games last night. On the same night, the Helena High Bengals beat the Dillon boys to end the longest boys streak in Montana at 32 games. Tonight, the Bengals putting their 3-game streak of success on the line at CMR. Bengals head coach Willie Schlepp, 13 months removed from ending a 25-game losing streak, and his club was all over 1 win. 5th-ranked CMR girls looking to bounce back from last night's loss to the 3-game slide, 64-48. Game of the night was in Class B. Fairfield and Shelby boys battling for early season control of District 1B. Both teams undefeated in league play and a combined 16-1 overall record, but also ranked first and fourth in the state. Shelby, number 1, coming off a 45-point win over Shoto Thursday, but the Eagles, a whole different animal. The Coyotes weren't phased, going to Trey Wani the harm. He had 10. The middle portion of the game was all Fairfield. Tim Barta was a force inside with a game-high 17, and the Eagles were up 9 at recess. Then in the third, Miles Steinbach stepping back from 3. He had 12, and the Eagles were thinking upset, ahead 5 after 3. The Coyotes too good at home, though. Kevin Steiner led the Yotes with 12. Shelby escapes, now 10-0, 57-55. Class C action in Power. The Pirates out of district hosting Centerville. The home team was basketball teams at the University of Great Falls.
It's obviously one of the premier programs.
A, B, and C. The first loss of the season apparently came at the right time for the number 1 boys team in Class B, the Shelby Coyotes. Coyotes back to work this week following Friday's 60-57 double overtime loss to 6th-ranked Cutbank, and then Saturday's 16-point loss to Class A Browning. They all agree they'd rather have those losses come now than when the postseason begins.
At this time of the year, a bump in the road hopefully will keep us motivated for the down the road here. We definitely have tough games every night out, so it's a good competition, and hopefully it's preparing us for tournament time.
Now we got to get back to practice and start working hard again and realize that losses happen, but luckily it's not at the districts or divisionals or state time, because that's when we can't lose them.
Cutbank back to District 1B action Thursday hosting Shoto. Shelby steps out of league play to host 2nd-ranked in District 2B leading Harlem on Friday. This week's action starts tonight with a battle of first place in the state, so it's easy for him. Off the miss, Morgan Oswood. It was a 3-point game.
Stephen Foster, 8 on the night.
The Coyotes too good at home, though. Kevin Steiner led the Yotes with 12.
The following takes place Friday, February 1st, 2008.
Welcome to the Frenzy. We'd love to give you 24 hours of Montana sports coverage, but give it our best shot in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Jason Itchke alongside the drama queen or the drama-driven Zach Wolkin?
Whatever, my prima donna personality aside, drama is pretty much the best word to describe the time of year in this sporting world. Mere weeks remain in the high school basketball season, while the wrestling postseason has already taken to the mats.
And AA wrestlers were literally fighting for position in next week's state tournament. Paris Gibson's school
to Shelby, the hardwood. The game of the night, 5th-ranked Harlem visiting the number 4 Coyotes. And suddenly, it's Shelby with tons to prove after starting the season 12-0. In a matter of 1 week, they've dropped 2 games and from Class B's top spot. Harlem's Rick Haluska committed to play quarterback at Montana State. He's an animal on the hardwood. The Wildcats came out on fire. They scored the first 11 points in this one, led by 12 after the first quarter. In the second, Harlem continued to hold that lead. Their post-tandem of Haluska and Eric Plumage were a force, but Coyotes were within single digits at the break. In the third, Shelby starting to shore things up. Off the board, Jake Robinson getting the bucket harm. He finished with 13. They're coming back. Trey Wani coming alive. Board, bucket, harm. You know, his sister is Miss Montana, but I would have to say tonight that he was looking a little bit better than her. He led them with 17. They win it by 2, 55-53.
Let's not go there.
Rivalry action in Central A.
All right, good stuff. And the Bighorns are in a neck-to-neck battle to try to win the Cascade Cup tonight.
Yeah, we were all out there tonight watching the Bighorns. We have all the highlights. We got playoff hockey coming up, plus Bobcat and Saints football after the break.
$1-800 per year.
Sports with Al Marks.
Hi, welcome back. Well, tonight the Helena Bighorns 1 win away from clinching the Cascade Cup championship. Now the Horns win 2-0 over in the Emerald City to take a 2-0 lead over the Seattle Totems in the best 3-out-of-5 series. Tonight looking to wrap it up on their home ice, and there's Adam Johnson with the Bighorns during the national anthem. First period, no score. Totems, though, again on the board first. Quinn Snyder with a shot in the goal. Seattle takes the lead 1-0. But about a minute later, back came the Bighorns. Brandon Parkhouse right out front. He beats the goalie. We are tied at 1 apiece. Go grab that big squid. Then watch what happens here. Rhino Linder with a shot. Puck's loose. Now what? It goes right into Ryan Sutliff, and then gosh, we have a pile of malfeasance out front. Penalties everywhere. Sticks flying. Okay, guys, go to the penalty box and feel shame. Later on, look at this bad play by Brett Siegel, and Tanner Schultz gets the puck and just beats Sutliff. He didn't have a chance on that. That made it 2-1 Totems. That's in the second period, but back would come Helena. Tim Andrews, shorthanded, gets the puck. He's going in. Tim Andrews shoots, he scores, and that made it 3-2 at that point. Totems still up by 1. And later on, they would make it 4-2 here as Thomas Stumpfig takes a shot and buries. That made it 4-2. But the good news is Helena was down 5-3. Matt Graham and Zach Maxwell have scored late in the third. They're headed to overtime, tied at 5 apiece. So we'll try and get a final for you if it is done. Otherwise, tune in tomorrow night. Jason will have all the extra highlights. He's out there right now watching the Bighorns and getting some video. Meanwhile, Carroll College head football coach Mike Van Diest has announced that 7 more student-athletes have signed letters of intent to play up on the Hilltop next fall. Now, topping the list, Capitol High tight end number 17 here, Anthony Hogan, 5'11", 210-pounder, was a Class AA second-team All-State selection last season as the Bruins won their second straight State AA title. Hogan was a 3-year letter winner at Capitol. He also lettered in wrestling, and he plays baseball for the Helena Senators. His father, of course, Saints offensive line coach Jim Hogan. Also headed to Hilltop, Zach Mayernick, number 27 right here in this video. He's out of Shelby. Mayernick, a 6'1", 160-pound all-conference wide receiver and defensive back. Now, the rest of the class includes Daniel Go. He's an all-state DB from Jacksonville, Wyoming. Tyler Hand, all-state quarterback from Chester, JI. And Corey Areno. He's an all-state defensive lineman out of Anaconda. His brother Jake, also a freshman on the Saints football team. Carroll has 28 recruits. Coach Van Diest told me late tonight he expects to add 5 more before the recruiting season's done. Saints will hold another scrimmage tomorrow at the Hilltop, 11:45 a.m. Go on and check it out. Meanwhile, after a 4-day layoff, the Montana State Bobcat football team back.
Championship team, the Carroll Saints, are reloading as the team announced today the signing of 3 new recruits, all of which are from out of state. Safety Chris Baker was an all-region selection in Arizona after
wet weather. Practice field is in good shape, and that Cats are out in pads this afternoon as they gear up for Sunday's first scrimmage.